All right, Drew, what are you playing today?
A deck that I've affectionately nicknamed Blue White Grind. It's you.
All right.
Now, I would also say that I have plans for this deck
Okay.
because I think that it can grind even harder.
So you're gonna like to grind to trying to the Fast and the Furious this, and I need to
It's too fast, too furious.
too fast too
It's
furious.
too grind, too
Grindier.
grindier.
Like what's the other adjective that's
don't
being
know.
used? So we needed to work on that. I
You
tried to
could
go
work
off the
on it.
cuff. I
Yeah.
tried to go off the cuff and it just failed.
Yeah.
This is why
Leave the off the cuff stuff.
this
to
is
me.
why improv comedy is difficult, folks.
It is.
I am playing what is not aligned correctly
Nice.
on the overlay here, so I'm fixing that live. Hashtag no edits. I'm playing what has probably been my favorite pet card over my Magic career. I'm playing Monastery Mentor.
Oh God.
So we're running Grixis, we're reanimating it with Unearth,
Okay.
and
You're
we're
wait.
doing it.
You're playing Grixis, so Monetary Mentor you can't cast it unless
There is one white duel
Okay.
in the list, just in case you need to do the
All right.
sad thing that
This
way.
is as close to Alan doing a pet deck
Yeah.
as anything I've ever seen him
Yeah.
do.
Hey, I have played Monastery Mentor at F&M this year, and it's 3-1. So Monastery Mentor wins 75% of his
Alan,
matches.
you could go 3-1 at F&M with almost anything.
I think I've probably gone 3-1 at F&M more than every other result combined.
Yeah.
Like that is just what happens. I'm just like, all right, well, 3-1. Here we did it. Nice.
Ugh. That is a bummer.
And most of the time, it's like win the first match. It goes one of two ways: win the first match, lose the second, win-win, or win-win-win, lose.
I prefer the latter if I had to choose.
I'm kind of okay with the first one.
Really?
Well, it's because if you get the first win, you're out of the bye bracket,
Okay.
so you don't get the bye, and you're generally out of the guy who showed up with standard deck bracket,
Oh.
right? So you're out of that stuff, and so you're just gonna be playing people that you generally enjoy playing, actual modern decks at 80-85% efficiency the whole night. So you're gonna have fun casual Magic without having to be sitting with people that are like being really intense about it and whatnot. And so you're just kind of like, I'm just chilling here, like whatever, we're just playing some Magic, slinging some spells. Like, oh yeah, you meant to do that other thing, yeah, sure, change it, fine, I don't care.
I think on the last time we did this, I say I was playing somebody and he went to attacks
Yeah.
and attacked into me, and I had a creature that was just bigger than everything that he had on the battlefield. Now it was by one, so I just put it in front of
His biggest thing.
his thing and it would die.
Yeah.
An unprofitable attack. And he was like, "Oh, I thought this was this," and I was like, "It's not.
No.
That's why I blocked."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, can I go back?"
Oh.
And I said, "You want to go back?"
Like, now that you have information.
Like I have said that one of the like quote unquote like bingo card things that I would like to do to an opponent
F&M.
is like they take something back, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's almost always to their detriment, right?
Yeah.
And then I will go to combat, see how they block, and then just back the game up and be like, now that I have
That information.
now I'm going to go to my action and just kind of do it. And then someone
Like, oh, I actually
did
want to
that
go back.
to me in reality.
Yeah, kill this thing. Now I'm gonna swing.
Yeah.
Because I know you would block and you wouldn't just let it through. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Sure.
All right.
Go ahead. Bloodstained. 19. Got there.
Triggers. I wish people announce their triggers and put them on the stack
Yeah.
the way you're supposed to.
Yeah.
It's so handy. I had to explain the stack and priority like multiple times to people this last F&M. I don't understand how you play the game and not know that.
Yeah, we go all the way back to the story of somebody we knew, like, and like played Magic with at times outside of F&M. This was back in the standard days. I was playing Tireless Tracker, and it was my 4th turn. Played Tireless Tracker.
Yeah.
Went to play a land. My opponent was like, "Oh no! Before you play the land, I'm going to kill it." And I'm like, "You can't." And he goes, "But it's an instant."
You don't have priority.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you don't have priority because my spell resolved. I'm the active player. I get to do the next thing. So if the first thing I do is play a land, I'll get the trigger no matter what. There's no time in between this resolving and me being able to take the action of playing a land that you can kill it. And he's like, but it's an instant. And I'm like, yes, that means you can play it outside of sorcery speed, not you get to play it whenever. He's like, no, instants whenever you want.
No, it's not.
And I'm like, no, it's whenever you have priority.
Right.
And he just looked at me like I was speaking Chinese.
Yeah.
Like, what words do you mean? And I'm like, and this was a guy that like I said, like we'd like sat down, I think, at your house and played with. And he was just like, but it's an instant. No. I'm trying to remember the person's name now, and I don't. But, like, not somebody like we played with consistently, but I think somebody we met at F&M. No, somebody we met at F&M and then like had played with sometimes after that.
Must not have left you big of an impression.
Yeah, like it wasn't like we didn't hang out with like consistently, but let's try Fatal Sleeping.
Yep.
Okay. We will discard a Daze. No, we'll discard a Daze. There it is. Discard an island and an unearth. I have a fetch land to play an pass.
So I played a mill player who I think was A, playing the deck for the very first time, and B,
okay, yeah.
Relatively new to Modern, if not Magic.
Okay.
And he said he borrowed the deck. So after our match was over, I looked through the deck. 3 copies of Tasha's Hideous Laughter. And I'm like, if you don't have... I don't think it's a $20 card, is it?
I would be very surprised if it was.
Like, if you only have 3 copies of Tasha's Hideous Laughter, what are you doing sleeving up Mill?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that somebody decided because it's a 3-drop, it's more mana than you want to consistently play. But like, I would agree that my first blush would be that like, that's like the card that has been keeping Mill like somewhat viable since it was released, because it's the card that could potentially hit the most stuff.
Warp.
Yeah. So what is this one?
I can get a 1-drop creature or a plains.
Okay.
A basic plains.
Okay, 1-drop or plains. Yeah, that's good. 3/2, and it's a 5-drop after that. At least it's not a 4/6, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I will pass the turn after this goes to Adventure. Or wherever the hell it exists.
Whatever the thing is actually called. I'm fetching. I'll surveil on your end step with my Undercity Sewers. You heard me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You heard it.
You know, and like, so one of the things you and I talked about a little bit before we started recording was like, I will be moving to second shift.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lose.
Cutter?
Yeah. I want to keep being involved in Magic.
Proving.
Yep. That kind of thing. And so I'm thinking about things to do. And this Mill player has kind of like inspired me a little bit, because so many people, I think, play, and I think the deck has evolved the mill deck has evolved
Go ahead.
along these lines of what blue and black are good at,
Okay.
as ways of like trying to extend the game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you have to be mill because that's what most of the mill spells are. But yeah, black has always been the pair because it's like, oh, well, I can kill something or, you know, some of those other color or other things that black can do, removal and interaction to stop somebody from interacting with you.
A shock.
All right.
So I will go Starfield Shepherd.
Yep.
Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that I see playing mill play it very, very defensively.
Yeah, almost like a control deck. And I think you and I have always advocated to people we know that are playing mill, like, you need to play it like an aggro deck.
It's burn.
Yeah.
It's playing burn.
Yeah, like, you can't sit back and sit back and sit back and sit back. You've got to try to shorten the game as much as possible, and you interact when you have to.
Right. Ephemerate?
Yep. Yep.
Trigger?
Mm-hmm. Ocelot.
Cards in hand?
4.
Your turn.
Bolt that. Prowess trigger. Druidane. Trigger. On a fetch.
So that's got me thinking, like, is a deck like mill doesn't need to be like, it has different iterations because like new blue black cards have come out. Oh wow.
So then this has seen Bolt, Preordained Cutter, so this is a 4. This is a 1, 2, 3, so that's 7. I'll pass.
So that makes me think.
I believe this stays in exile if you don't cast it off the rebound, right?
Well, I cast it. There's no target.
Well, so you can't cast it, so it does not end up in your yard because it doesn't have legal targets, so it can't be put on the stack.
Okay.
I think.
No, that's different zones.
Oh. Well, technically it's in exile, but...
Well, exile's
come
become
back
this
from
weird
exile.
fucking place
Yeah.
where like 9 different things exist, but they're
Yeah.
not really the same.
Right. Yeah, this is exile and can be cast. That's exile and can't be cast. It's like we need super exile. Give us super exile, you cowards.
Warp trigger.
Yep. So this is one whenever it or another creature enters, you gain a life, or an artifact. I don't think the artifact line matters to you.
Trigger.
Yep, it's gain a life.
Trigger.
Yep, so 2 life and an energy.
And yep. So Jacob Baugh.
Jacob Bow.
Come on out, buddy.
Spirit Bow.
Star City Games. Okay, so then move to end step, simultaneous triggers.
Yep, so you're going to resolve.
So I'll resolve this first.
One.
Make a cat.
Meow.
Trigger. Go up to 3 energy. Resolve this. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card.
2 energy. This has only seen 2 creatures enter, right?
Yeah, this one and then this one.
So how would you have 3 energy?
Well, I want this one to give me an energy too.
It doesn't.
Yeah. So
and then now you've
at the beginning of your end step, draw a card. If you've gained 3 or more life this turn, so draw.
And then Whippity warp.
Whippity warp. Which now I'll have to use all the time.
Yep. Created a thing. I'm going to change this to blue-white Whippity warp.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I didn't have City's Blessing.
There it is.
Oh, good.
Blue
How'd you spell Whippity?
Whippity.
Okay.
Or Ity.
That's
sorry.
fine.
Yeah. The way a gentleman would.
Sure, understood.
Yes.
And I'll pass back. So I'm going to see if Mill should quote unquote evolve.
Okay.
To do the things it quote needs to do, which is to play Mill spells.
Yes.
In order to win.
Yeah. Snapcaster Mage.
Sure.
I'm going to target Lightning Bolt.
Sure.
I will Lightning Bolt your Guide of Souls. This is Prowess, Cutter.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play a land. And so... That's 8.
So they're all the same?
Yep.
I block one of them.
Okay.
Take 6.
Yep.
Right.
And I pass.
Right. Are your dogs upstairs watching TV?
No, I believe that's Don's podcast.
Mm.
The dogs are upstairs, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Draw a card. That stays there for the minute.
Mm-hmm.
Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
You have one card.
One card.
Move to combat.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then I have to attack with this thing.
Yeah, to get the trigger, you have to.
Yeah. Move to end steps.
Yep.
Triggers.
Mm-hmm.
So then 1, 2.
Should give you City's Blessing, so you're gonna make 2 more.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay. Triggers.
So you should be at 5 energy after this. Yep.
Off to warp.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn. So I'm in the middle of thinking about blue-red mill.
All right.
To see if... here's my first thought. The current version of blue-black mill does not do a good enough job at going and finding the spells it needs to win the game.
Okay.
The deck seems to me like it is chock full of cards to extend the game,
Mm-hmm.
but doesn't do a good job of going to find the cards necessary to win it.
Okay.
So I've added cards like Faithless Looting and Expressive Iteration
Okay.
in order to help the deck see a bigger chunk of its deck,
Mm-hmm.
card base.
Yep.
I don't know. In order to fill in some of those gaps. We'll see how it goes.
You mean instead of the really bad cantrip that they always run for some reason, because it might draw 3 cards once you've been successful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Visions of Neon.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. I think there's a better version of this deck
Yeah.
that exists by adding black and making it Esper and playing that Baelmerk card.
Mm.
And maybe one or there is a card in the Spider-Man set called Eddie Brock.
Okay. Oh, is that the one like brings something else back? Okay.
So like Guide of Souls, Ocelot Prize,
yeah.
2 and a black, play that. Now I've got a 3/3 that can
You know what really needed something else that synergizes well with it? Guide of Souls Ocelot Pride.
Right. Exactly.
I'm going to flashback Faithless Looting.
Sure.
Wizards, you hate us. Prowess triggers.
Yep. These little critters don't have first strike.
Yes, they're just 1/1s.
Yeah.
I discarded 2 lands.
Nice.
Because I have those.
Just now you have 2 spells.
Frog.
Sure. That just happens on the second card, no matter what.
Second spell of my turn.
Okay.
Or of a turn, if I've cast it. My second spell. That's the way to word it. It's my second spell.
I like it.
These are all 2s. Actually, they're all 2s. These 2 just have trample. So that is a total of 12.
Okay, I'll put 2 cats apiece in front of 2 of your monk tokens.
Okay. So then 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate?
Corey Steelcutter.
We do.
Down to 9.
I pass.
You have 1 card in hand.
Yep. 1 card again.
Draw. Ooh. This will be fun. Lightstall Inquisitor.
All right,
So,
yeah, what does this one do?
First of all, trigger.
Yeah.
Second of all, when this creature enters, each opponent exiles a card from their hand and may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. Each spell cast this way costs 1 generic more to cast. Each land played this way enters tapped. Snapcaster
I have a
Mage.
3-mana Snapcaster Mage.
Nice. Which you could possibly cast. Take that.
Yep.
Up to 10 someday. There it is.
Eventually, the touchscreen will recognize.
And I only get to do this once, even if I have a ton of energy.
Correct. Because for each Guide of Souls, it triggers 1 time.
Sure. Okay, so I will go to combat.
Yep.
I will give, 3 energy to give 2 counters.
Seems like a decent
Thing here.
Decent trade-off, yeah.
Yeah, and then I will go to combat and fly with my 3/3 flying angel cats. Okay, and then I will play Guide of Souls trigger.
You mean Ocelot Pride?
Yep, Ocelot Pride trigger.
Yep. Okay.
So this will go to 5 again.
So 4 billion cats.
Yeah, so this is okay. So can we just talk about this for a second?
Yeah.
I have the City's Blessing. So what's going to happen? So I have all 4 of them out. This will never ever happen again. Right? So the first one, they're all simultaneous. The first one's going to go off, and I'm going to get 1.
So you see 1, and this one says, "Oh, but you have the City's Blessing," so you double any tokens you've made so far this turn.
So this is 2.
So it's 2.
So then this sees
Makes a third,
and then makes 6.
and then doubles.
A 4th 8, a 5th 10. So that's 2, 6, 8, 10.
I believe that is the way we were doing the
2,
math.
6, 8, 16, 26.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to gain 26 life and 26 energy.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep playing?
I'm going to draw my next card.
All right. I passed
we'll
the
see.
turn.
But a land probably doesn't do it. I'm going to Snapcaster Mage into Preordain, which is going to give me 2 more monks.
Okay.
See, somehow I have made a ton of tokens this game.
You have.
And it's not nearly enough.
No.
It's not nearly enough.
So this is what I think about this deck, and the reason why I like to think of it as blue-white grind.
2 Monastery Mentors.
Nice. There it is.
A second Lightning Bolt would have been great
Oh.
at many points in this game.
Would have been killing that second guide.
The second Guide of Souls was...
This thing is so good.
Yeah.
This thing is so good.
But you know what?
Deathrite Shaman,
saying, you know what?
my ass.
You know what card people are afraid of?
Yeah, Deathrite Shaman.
This one.
This does nothing compared to what this
People,
does.
I want you to look.
Nothing.
I want you to look at my cool old border that never actually was originally printed in old border Deathrite Shamans. They are just waiting for September or November, whenever the heck the next ban list update is, along with my set of Ponders.
Listen, so I was playing a lovely young woman at our F&M a couple weeks ago. She had 1 land.
Yep.
She goes, Guide of Souls, I can't kill it. I'm playing a deck with like 8 or 10 kill spells.
I don't have that.
I can't kill it. I never draw a kill spell. She then resolved 2 Ocelot Prides and death.
Yeah, it was just that was it.
This engine is so unbelievably good at grinding. Like, you had me down to, I was dead on the next turn.
Yeah, like by far dead the next turn.
Yes.
Because I was going to be able to create more tokens, have a bunch of trample, and just go.
Right.
And it was just like, oh, where like I think this would be a much more interesting world if you had Ocelot Pride but not Guide of Souls, because then like is it Halia, the one that gains life, that all of a sudden becomes, oh, this is a really interesting card. This is a way to trigger this thing, and now I can gain a few life on this turn, draw a card, and now I'm going, because you could warp her, play the Ocelot Pride, go to end, get the Ocelot Pride trigger, that's 3 life. So now it's like I've got 2 bodies and I drew a card, gained some life. All right, sweet. But I had to jump through those hoops to do it.
Right.
And with Guide of Souls, it's just like, yay! And the Ocelot Pride just gets huge and takes away the one downside it has, is that it's really hard to attack in, which is probably the most obvious way to gain life with it. And I just don't need to. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's like, oh, I gave it flying and +2/+2, and it's like, oh. I mean, the first strike's hard enough to deal with. But
I don't think that Guide of Souls will be banned.
I don't think so either.
But if it was banned, I'd be like, fine.
Yeah, but that makes sense. That card's crazy powerful.
This thing, first of all, I think it's the only thing that makes a mid-range deck even possible in Modern currently.
And like, so my thing would be like, if I was sitting in the room that decides what gets put on the ban list or what gets taken off the ban list, and somebody's arguing to keep Guide of Souls, I'd say, okay, let's make a deal. You can have Guide of Souls if the rest of us can have Deathrite Shaman.
Sure.
And be like, if you're willing to make that deal, then fine. But if you think Deathrite Shaman is too good to be in Modern, then we can't have Guide of Souls. Because guess what Deathrite Shaman would not have done in that situation? Yeah. Turned the game in your favor so hard.
I challenge anybody, and I know that we have people where we play that have this experience. Mm-hmm. Play Deathrite Shaman, play Guide of Souls now, and tell me which one you think.
Like I get to activate I get to activate Deathrite Shaman once per turn.
Yep.
And any mode that is not add mana costs mana.
Right. And it forces the creature to tap.
Yeah.
This can't attack, you can't block.
Yeah, and I have to wait a turn to get any of that value out of it.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, wait, but like Guide of Souls is just like we saw on both of the turns. Yeah, I got it.
I was helping.
Yeah, but Upside Down was going to be...
I was just going to say yes. Yeah. I can do that Upside Down. Crushed it.
Yep, got there. But we saw both the times you played a Guide of Souls there was Guide of Souls into something else, and you're immediately getting value.
It's too good.
And like, even then, like, you got the value, and then the turn you played the second one, you got to attack with the Ocelot Pride you still had, and get even more value.
Oh, it's great.
Like, it's like, oh, this is a thing. And like, I think Ocelot Pride would be a really interesting card that you have to do a little bit of jumping hoops through to enable, but once you can, it's really good. And I think that's the sweet spot for cards, is it's like, where do I put the level of work I have to do to enable is I think the hardest thing to scale, because they know how to make really good cards, and cards that are interesting and fun, but and I think this is kind of like maybe summarizing the complaint that you've had since maybe 2019 with their card design, is they make it too easy to enable.
Oh, it's
because you don't have to do anything. It's just, I did it.
Here's the crack and the pipe.
Yeah, it's all right. I played the Guide of Souls, so I get to do everything with the Guide of Souls. Yes. I don't have to wait. There's no opportunity for somebody to be like, no, you didn't say the magic word.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Yes. Yeah. So, like...
Did I tell you that I went to see the 7th Jurassic Park movie?
No, you didn't. I just haven't seen it yet.
It's the most... I will talk about it here in a second.
Okay.
We're back.
Yep. What was the thing you were talking about?
I went to see the most recent Jurassic Park movie.
Oh, yep.
It has ScarJo in it. I'm a huge ScarJo fan.
Yep.
A lot of people complain about movies nowadays. Mm-hmm. I knew what I was going to see.
Yeah.
It's the 7th film. Mm-hmm. It follows the same script, plot for plot, point for point.
Somebody decided, let's make dinosaurs somehow bigger, better, faster, stronger, scarier, more teeth.
More teeth, right? So I knew that.
Yep.
That is not my complaint. Here's my complaint. If I have a complaint with the movie, this is what it is. So spoilers
So terrible.
for formatting on the movie. Have you ever played a video game and you get to like a certain stage of the story and then it's like cutscene and it's like the people running across the finish line and they're safe, or like the helicopter flies in and then the T-Rex bites it, so you have to go over there away from the danger, or whatever. There was a bunch of that, and like there was enough of it to the point, and it was so much of it that I was like, they're not actually out of danger yet.
Yeah, they're never.
The dinosaurs are still there. Like they're acting like they're okay, but it's not.
Yeah.
Or like they're driving off into the horizon or whatever, and it's like it's a fucking horizon. Like it's not safety.
Yeah, it's just a way.
Right.
It's symbolic of safety, Drew.
So, but I mean, like I thought the people did good, and
I looked at my hand and said, "It's terrible," and I said, "I'll keep it." So.
Oh well, memes.
Because it has a chance.
Yeah. All right.
I'll go to 18 with my Sacred Foundry and Faithless Looting and Hope and Pray.
Great. Did you get there?
We kind of did, yeah.
Oh, great.
So we're
Ballmeister
going to do this one.
Never didn't have it.
Correct. And this one.
Steering into the curve.
Frog Mentor.
Oof. Wow, that's what's going away.
I will pass.
Good lord. 19.
Good lord. Good lord.
Favorite thing in Magic. Fetching the lands. Especially if there's only... I mean, there was one point when we were building mana bases, and it was like, oh, you could go and get 8 lands, and it didn't matter, off one fetch. Now it matters. Spoiled for choice.
Yep.
Lightstall Inquisitor.
Yep, so I have to exile
You get to pick a card or land.
And it costs an extra.
1 extra, generically.
Generically 1 extra.
Yeah, I would have said colorless, but now that's wrong. Interesting. I'm betting that's a second copy of a Corey Steelcutter.
You just...
I don't know how to rate this card or whether it's effective or not. Your turn.
Yeah, it's one of the cards where your opponent gets to pick the thing.
Traditionally not very good.
Is like, oh, well, so like you get the worst version of the effect you can imagine at any given point.
Here's what I'll say about this card in the very limited experience playing with it. This gets so much better in multiples.
Yeah, so I think we saw, like, in the last game where you played it is where we see that, like, a card like that is at its best. I had 1 card left. You get to tax that card whether I pick it or not. So it might be like, oh, shoot, I really wanted to be able to resolve that 4-drop next turn, and I can't now, or something. Where in this case is where it's almost at its worst, because it's like, hey, Alan, pick everything out of your hand. What is the best situation for you to have this happen?
You know what card this hits most often?
What?
Surveil land.
Yeah. Oh, because the restrictions, it comes in tapped.
So I got to play this card 3 times on turn 1 at an F&M, and 2 out of the 3 times it hit Surveil land.
Yeah.
So it's like, so no difference, right?
Right.
But then like, okay,
it's just like
you're playing you're not doing anything else on turn 1.
It just became reveal target surveil land from your hand.
I get at least an attack.
Corey Steelcutter.
Right.
Bauble.
Yep.
Swing. Yep. Okay. I pass.
Oh, excellent. I'll play it since we all know about it.
Yep. Draw for turn. I'm gonna Thought Scour targeting myself.
Great. Do that.
I'm going to shock.
Yep.
I'm going to Thought Scour target myself. Trigger the Steel Cutter.
Sure.
Swing for 2.
17.
Go ahead.
And step. Hell yeah.
Continue.
Cards in hand.
2. Well, this is XL. I can just play it from XL, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay. Which is notable because that means I can't discard it with the Faithless Looting.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Pass.
So I have had an idea with this same concept of Steel Cutter plus Mentor, but doing it Jeskai with Jolted Awake.
Alan, you, hang on.
Yeah.
You have always, when I have brought up a card
Yep.
that you have never heard of, and I describe what it is, been like, is this the best version of this thing that we could be playing? So please tell me what Jolted Awake does.
So Jolted Awake is a Modern Horizons 3 card, so you know it's an all-star.
It's really good already.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a single white mana.
Okay.
It says, I think you get 2 energy when you cast it, and then you can return an artifact or a creature equal to the amount of energy you spend, equal to its CMC, return it to the battlefield.
Wait a second.
So it is an unearth for artifacts and creatures. So the idea would be you'd have
What?
Tune the Narrative, Galvanic Discharge, Faithless Looting,
Yeah.
and then you can bring back both Corey Steelcutter and Monastery Mentor as targets with this one card, and then you do the same kind of thing, Snapcaster Mage to double up your reanimate effect. You can have, Thought Scour, other stuff to put it in the yard, things like that.
I'm on board with it.
Okay.
Energy is a stupid mechanic.
Shock.
Yeah.
Play this Corey Steelcutter for an extra mana.
Sure.
Cast Preordain, trigger.
Yep.
I guess there's 2 Prowess triggers on this monk, because it also saw the Corey Steelcutter. All right, we're gonna go to combat. 3, 5, 7. Pass.
Fetch.
Winning the race.
Trigger.
So Drew just goes something like Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride.
Yeah, 4 Ocelot Prides.
Yeah, he was just sandbagging him.
Pretty
He
good.
was just waiting on him. He had a turn where he had 2 planes up and he didn't cast them, so I'm assuming he's just sitting on them in his hand.
Trigger.
Yep.
It's an arid base.
Yeah, I would say I never saw it. I don't know what that card could be. Why would I know what that card is?
Yeah, a little bit of that.
It would be insane. Felia again? Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't have any mana open, so.
Yeah. To be honest, that's the reason why I held this. I had other plays I could have made, but I held this because it's a duplicate copy, and B, you want to play all your stuff on your turn to enable your Corys.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I don't have to worry about you holding shit up.
Yeah.
Doing some math real quickly.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna go shock.
Yep.
Then we are gonna go warp. I guess it's Halia.
Halia.
Haliya. Halia.
Yeah, Halia.
You know what I've learned about Spike? He's shit at spelling and like pronunciation.
And then I think once he knows it annoys people, he just still does it.
Trigger.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is for the
so 2 life total.
2. Trigger.
Yep, go to the thing.
I'm gonna go get Guide of Souls. I'm going to play Guide of Souls, trigger.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 3rd life.
Yep.
I'm going to move to combat.
Yep.
Now, I'm a little bit torn here.
Yep.
So, one would say the best thing to do with this trigger is to make Felia into a 3/3, flicker one of the things with this.
It doesn't not become a 3/3 till the end of turn, but yeah.
Correct.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, bounce one of your things so you get one of them permanently for the cheap cost.
But I want to flicker one of your stupid tokens.
Yeah.
Because you have one card left, and there's some amount of chance that either that... Oh, you have 2 cards.
And you know that I preordained, scryed one to the top, and drew it.
Yeah.
So plus, I also have 2 Faithless Leadings in my yard.
So I wonder... So if I don't, I'm at 10, and I would be left with 2 blockers, right? So, do I need... Would a 3/3 blocker be pretty good? Maybe. Probably not if you're going to have 2 spells. But if you have 2 spells...
So, like, let's say it looks like this. I'd end up with 4 tokens.
4, and they're all 1, 2, 3... So, 3, 6...
So assume they both trigger prowess.
8. It's
these
8, right?
These would be 3s. The second spell would trigger both of those. So it'd be 3, 6, 8, 10.
Okay.
So if they both trigger prowess, these would become 3s. The new ones would be 2s. If I have 2 spells that trigger prowess.
So if I flicker one of my guys, then it's going to gain me 2 life.
So this would attack. One of them would leave. The other one would stay, whichever one you pick.
Yeah.
So you'd have the 2 blockers and 1 more life than you have.
2 more life. Like 1 for each.
Oh yeah, this one would see the other creature.
And then I would lose these 2 creatures and have a single blocker, and then you would have 1 more attacker.
So you're saying if you flicker my...
Right. I think that I do 1 life better by flickering one of your guys than I do flickering one of mine. Because if I flicker one of mine...
You'll gain 2
I'll
more
gain
life.
2 life, and I guess I'll have a blocker.
And you'll have 2 blockers, versus if you flicker one of mine, you'll gain no more life than you already have and have 1 blocker.
Right.
But I'll have 1 less attacker.
Right. That's at least a 3/3.
That is representing the idea of being a 3/3, yeah.
Right, and if you have bolt, it may not matter, right?
True, right?
So I guess that I will flicker this.
Okay. Do you want to flicker the 2/2 or the 3/3? I know this represents another card. I'm just also thinking about the other end of, if you flicker the 3/3, the 3/3 can block one of my 2/2s and not die. I guess maybe if you don't care about that.
If you have 2 spells in hand, all your attackers are...
So if I have
right?
2 spells in hand, these would be 3/3s, these would be 2/2s. The new ones that come in from the Corey Steelcutter.
So then I will flicker Halia. We'll just do this now.
Well, so yeah, I guess it technically doesn't matter.
Trigger.
It's going to happen no matter what. So I take 2 off the attack.
I gain 2 life.
And you gain energy now.
I gain an energy. And then
you'll draw
end of turn.
Yeah, draw a card and
draw a card. I have Solitude in this deck, and I have not seen it yet.
It's like I haven't found an Unearth to Unearth a Monastery mentor. I'm like, where are they?
What's going on? That's your turn.
All right.
See, I think... Okay, so time out.
I think
that thing is something that players don't do much. And I'm not saying this because I think that I'm so good at Magic.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I think if you don't know what your opponent is doing and what they're capable of doing with any 2 spells, and you can cast anything in your deck twice over with the amount of mana you have, and, like, I could be looking at 10 plus. If one of them's bolt, 13 plus.
Right.
I'm dead. Yeah. All because I didn't do the math right or run through the encounter when I was going to my attack step.
Yeah. People just attack and then figure out the math afterward. And like, oops. And you mentioned another thing that I think a lot of people don't do is they don't think they know how to play their deck, and they know like some of the sequencing. I think some people don't even know the sequencing of their own deck well enough to know the difference between, like, oh, well, do I want to flicker this one or this one or whatever? But also, you made a decision on what your play should be based on knowing that I am incentivized to play a certain way.
Yeah.
And so you're like, okay, because I have Corey Steelcutter, I'm incentivized to play 2 turns on my first main 2 spells on my first main phase, which means I'm less likely to have open mana. You're more likely to have the Felia survive through something or other, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to cast a Snapcaster Mage. Snapcaster Mage will target Preordain.
Oh.
Cast Preordain. Trigger.
Yeah.
So all of my monks are 2s right now.
Okay.
So now we're going to Preordain. There's a pole there.
Yeah, don't do that.
Draw this. I'm going to cast a Faithless Looting. Prowess triggers on everybody. Now they're all 3/3s. Okay. So let's see. You're at 12.
I think you made a mistake.
Why?
If you go snap bolt, you get the same triggers, and then this is gone.
Yeah, but I get to cast more spells, and so it's going to die either way. Because the attack I'm going to make is going to force you to block, so I don't have to kill it. Because also I have more spells to cast.
Sure.
So the idea I'm thinking is because the only non-land card I started my turn with. So I started my turn with that was my hand.
Okay.
So then I drew Bauble.
Okay.
So I know, okay, I have a free spell.
Okay.
So I want to use the Snapcaster Mage to preordain to continue to dig, which found me the Faithless Looting. The Faithless Looting then allows me to get 2 more cards, one of which that I'm going to keep as a second Bauble is the decision I'm making right now. So we can now put this all just face up. The 2 cards I drew, so having a discard, I'm looking at this. I have 2 Baubles, an Undercity Sewers. I had the Snapcaster Mages in play, and an Unearth.
So your decision is based upon not casting more spells, well, which you can, right now, because you have to play a tapped land.
Well, so I might be discarding this land. So what I'm doing right now as I make this decision is I'm saying if I keep the 2 Baubles, do I just kill you?
Sure.
Right? And so if I cast 2 Baubles, these all become 5/5s.
But do these have haste?
These have
even
haste.
if they come off of Corey?
No, but these ones were made by
You're just
Corey
going to make
this year.
everything bigger.
Everything. So if I keep the 2 Baubles and I make 5/5s, I have 2 5/5 Tramplers and 3 other 5/5s. You can block 2 of them.
And that's 13.
That's 15 that gets through.
Sure.
So as I'm looking at this, the thing I want to do is keep the Unearth, because then I can unearth the Monastery Mentor next turn.
Sure.
But then as I think about it, just the same thing you were talking about, what damage can I do this turn? I just discard these 2, go bauble, make everything a 5,
I just turn shit sideways.
and it doesn't matter if I killed the thing. Because so if I use the snap to bolt, or Unholy Heat in this case, then those are the only 2 spells I get to cast that turn, outside of the fact that I drew a bauble.
So if I got rid of one of your tokens,
I would have been like this.
This would not be here.
You would have blocked these 2, or you would have blocked 1.
Well, that wouldn't have been here.
And it's the same math.
Yeah.
So
I guess it didn't matter.
yeah, because I was able to cast so many spells on my turn,
Right.
it didn't really make the decision ended up being, as we call it, moot.
Moot.
Yeah.
Or as I learned from my good friend Joey Tribbiani, moo.
Yes.
Like a cow's opinion.
Yes.
It just doesn't matter.
Joey.
So my dad, who I always thought has a good sense of humor,
Yep.
does not laugh out loud very often.
That's strange considering I know you.
Yeah. I laugh out loud all the time
Yes.
at just a volume that rivals wild animals.
Yeah, and at things that many other people find wildly offensive.
So I want to... The worst example of this is we have a theater near our house attached behind the mall, Celebration
Oh,
Cinema.
yeah, yep, movie theater.
And a long time ago, it had a different format.
Yeah.
That's how long ago this was.
Mm-hmm.
I went to one of the only horror movies I've ever gone to. It had Kim Basinger in it, and it was about like a little kid that was like possessed or something.
Okay.
And like I am sitting in the movie, there is the woman a couple rows in front of me, and there's a guy on the other side of the aisle, right, and way away.
Yeah.
Something gets said in the movie that is very clearly not intended to be funny at all. And I just, for whatever reason, it kind of struck me funny.
Yeah.
And I just go, ha! She turns around to look at me, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Like, I don't know. I thought
It was funny.
apparently it made that reaction.
Yeah. So, and I do shit like that all the time.
Oh, good. Nice.
But, anyways, the point is that my dad was watching Friends.
Yep.
And near the end of the series, there is an episode where Phoebe is trying to teach Joey how to speak French.
Oh, yeah. And
they,
he says each of the words individually, and then he strings together, and he goes, bleepity blah blue.
Yeah, so this is the exact sequence of things that happen. You're Phoebe, I'm Joey.
Yeah.
She goes, ja.
Yeah, and he's like,
Je.
he repeats.
And then, me, pel, Joey.
Yeah.
Joey. Je m'appelle Joey.
Yeah, he just is like, I can't do it.
And he thinks that he's saying what she's saying.
Yeah.
And my dad laughed so hard he started crying and could not stop.
All right.
And will do that when he watches that scene to this very day.
All right.
So I have a real deep appreciation for Joey Tribbiani.
Yeah, that's we all have our things.
Yeah. There's nothing better. I don't know that there's anything. I mean, I'm sure there's things that are better, but like, it is underappreciated when you can find a person with which you can just end up like laughing so hard you start crying. Yeah. Like the silent, huge laughter, I think is really underrated.
Yeah, you're laughing so hard you stop making sound, and you're just like,
sounds. It's so good. Oh, dude, it's so good.
That's what we do as teachers when we have a student turn in really bad work. We get together.
Oh, you just read it.
We read them out to each other and laugh.
Those idiots.
Yeah, it's a joke, everybody. We don't do that. As far as you know.
I'm gonna keep.
Yeah.
Guide of Souls.
Guide of Dead. Got there.
Yeah.
Passed.
Your quip was amazing as well. Huh. Shock 18. Guide of Souls.
Yarp.
Oscillate Pride trigger.
Yarp.
19.
Yarp.
Gain an energy.
Mm-hmm.
Go to end step. Trigger. Trigger. Go back to 20.
Undo the shocking.
Now it's like I have one of those lands called in Legacy that you don't have any negativity for playing them whatsoever.
Oh, just duels?
Duels!
Just original duels?
I have a duel.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Plus 3 creatures.
Also, I hate it when people are like, this card's just like Faithless Looting. It's not. You discard 2 cards. That's the only thing it has in common with it.
Go ahead.
Go.
It's not! You're wrong!
These people are so dumb. Combat.
Yup. I take 1.
Yeah.
Got there.
I used to attack with these creatures, and then people did shit like flash in other creatures and block them, and I was like,
ambush vipered.
You just never attack with these anymore. Move to end step.
Yeah.
I guess I don't get anything.
You gain no life.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I fucked this up. Your turn.
You're like, well, crap. There was a reason I should have attacked.
You mean
the
these things just
Pride.
don't do things
it's
automatically?
Not just Ocelot Pride just doesn't say at your end step create a token.
Like, there's a reason I don't go 3-1 at FNMs. You mean you have to attack with your life linkers to gain life?
Strange how it works. Now, if you had an Agatha's Soul Cauldron with a Walking Ballista underneath it and put the counter on the Ocelot Pride, you would not have to attack with it in order to gain life.
So, that card is so stupid. Agatha's Soul Cauldron is so stupid. But, let me ask you a question. Say I have Ocelot Pride in the yard.
Yep.
I activate Agatha's Soul. It exiles it.
Yep. Puts it in exile.
Never mind.
Yep.
Surveil. Mm-hmm. I think if you make this deck Esper and you put Overlord of the Bailmark in it, and maybe 1 or 2 other black cards, I think it just becomes an unassailable deck of grinding ability.
So, what do you put in for the Overlord?
Okay, so what am I taking out for it?
Yeah, sorry.
So I think like Lightstall Inquisitor. I think I have a Mockingbird, which you haven't seen in here.
Okay. All right.
Stuff like that. Like, I think that there are slots.
Go ahead.
Idiot. He still has this cat token to fend off.
Yeah.
19.
Do you have the 1/1 cat token I have to fend off? But I have a 2/1.
To be honest, I don't know that Halia really has a place in this.
Okay.
I think that you could cut 1 Felia and have just 3.
I would think that if you keep all of the other Warpers, the one that goes against you 1-drop, the Quantum Riddler.
Yep.
And then you have Bailmerk. I think you have enough stuff that you want all 4 Felias. Or if you're taking out Felia, you want to put in something else like Flicker Wisp or something, but I think that's just so much worse.
Yeah.
But,
So the reason being
Yeah.
that, like, so I ran up against 2 Gorios players at our last FNM, and that's Esper, and like they're grinding through and they're trying to do the biggest baddest thing.
Yeah.
But like this to me, like when you have Solitude that's going to do its best impression of
Swords.
Swords to Plowshares, you can flicker it with multiple things. You can get it back with Overlord. And like you've turned the deck into like, I'm going to draw these cards. I'm going to have all these kill spells attached to. It doesn't matter if you give your opponent 14 or 15 life, you know. And like all of the ones like Riddler dodges Fatal Push, it dodges Lightning Bolt. Same thing with the Bale Merc and like all this other stuff, you know. And I just think that like, oh, that's so unbelievably good. Probably should have flashed this in during the. Draw. Combat Flicker.
3. Witch Enchanter? Disenchanter.
I don't know that these are necessary either. Like, they increase your land count and have upside as a 3/3 creature that can, at 4 mana, destroy an artifact or enchantment. That's valuable. I think that the number of those that you can play is open to
for sure.
interpretation or whatever. And Step Trigger.
Target Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, nice. Your turn.
Start with a Preordain. Lightning Bolt. Swing for 2. Pass. $13.
This is the problem with Witch Enchanter. Is that I often play it as a land.
Oh, and you forget to flip it back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a 2/2.
It is.
Okay.
Your turn.
Combat.
15. So, my take on what Alan's doing right now, sorry,
It's just
is
like a lot
that-
of sounds all
I
at
know.
once.
is that he didn't play spells pre-combat, which to me says he either can't dig for a Corey Steelcutter pre-combat and enable it, or he just, at this point I think that he just doesn't have one in his hand. And so if he's going to play spells defensively, like I just want to run out creatures and I'm happy to have him attack for 2 and then I'll attack for 3 and so forth, so on and so forth. I am very curious to see what he does. So
Yeah, I'm looking at 2 different lines right now and just trying to be like, which one do I think is actually better? There's one that I think has a higher upside.
yeah, this is always the debate.
But
right?
then it's, if it doesn't work out, what does my turn look like?
Right.
And am I willing to have that, or am I willing to take the higher floor, lower ceiling?
Sure. I think higher floor lore certainly is probably.
I would say as a
As a Jund player, I would very much like
as a follower of Reed Duke.
Yeah.
The high floor, low ceiling play is often often the one you
calls
make.
to me.
So I'm gonna start with Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna target Preordain.
Sure.
And
Wow.
I will Preordain.
So I think so many people here would choose Lightning Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you're just trying to set up future turns.
Yes.
To win the game.
Yeah. I think I'm fine.
Oh, top. Great.
Top.
Don't play land. God damn it.
Pass. So Drew hasn't played many things on his turns. He's not casting Felias. He's not casting Guide of Souls. So I think he has maybe some of his warp stuff, but then not the things to enable it.
What?
So he doesn't want to run them out. Or he's like doesn't want to cast Quantum Riddler or something to get one card and then it just sits until he has to draw another land or something. So my guess is he has the one that gains him life, but he's no other creatures to play alongside it.
Okay.
So
What combat?
I'll take one. Up 12.
So I didn't think that you were gonna.
Strategy note, folks.
Yeah.
If your opponent is attacking you with a 1/1 and you have a 2/1, take the hit.
You take the hit. Trigger.
Yep.
No.
No ephemerate. No
No
Felia in
ephemerate.
play.
I so rarely have those cards together that I'm just like, I should play black just to get another 4 ephemerates.
How many ephemerates are you running?
All 4.
Okay.
Your turn.
I think you've seen like one so far
Yeah.
today, so it's like, oh, okay.
I got to cast it and it targeted
Yeah.
one thing and I got
Yeah.
some value from it. Hooray.
It did it. I'm gonna cast a Core Steel Cutter.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast a Mishra's Ball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create a monk token.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Sure.
I'm gonna swing for 6.
You have multiple cards in hand.
Trace cards.
Trace cards.
Trace cards.
You have Bolt, Preordain, Unearth in your yard.
Yep. That's a Bull in Exile.
Didn't you Snapcaster Preordain?
Oh, I did. You're correct. Good catch. I always do that.
Yeah.
It's my just never have Addictive Time leave my hand.
Sure. So I don't know if this is the right use of this card, but I am going to play it like this, I suppose. I am going to Thraben Charm to deal twice the number of creatures I have to target creature.
4 damage to one
So
of my
4
dudes.
damage, so I'll do it to the token.
All right.
Go to blocks.
Yep.
I'll block a Snapcaster Mage.
Yep. Take 2.
13.
Well, let's Mishra's Bauble check you.
It's this.
Okay. Go ahead.
Draw. Oh. Eleven.
Ridley's.
Trigger.
Draw a card.
Combat. 11 all. Doing it.
Got there.
Your turn. This card to me should have like a name like this, like in that Sir Mix-a-Lot song. Does anybody's name get made? Like I like big, but like it should have a name like this because this is the fattest ass in Modern, right? So I mean, like, I don't know if there is like somebody like, did somebody famous
Let's
fly
call it
somewhere?
J-Lo.
Like, can we call this like Cardi B on a 747 or like?
Let's call it J-Lo.
Okay. J-Lo hit the
short,
J-Lo's
to the
hitting
point.
the battlefield here, folks.
You know, yeah. I'm gonna start with a faithless looting.
I love it.
Okay, hold on.
Yep.
Well, discarding that card, I know that.
Hashtag land. I had an unusual experience at F&M where someone had a Quantum Riddler on the battlefield, but too many cards in hand, it was 3 of the same card.
Okay.
And he knew that in this matchup they were just effectively worthless.
Yeah.
It was the land. I knew it. So, he made the play.
Unearth target mentor trigger cutter.
Yep.
Okay. He made the play.
He made the play of, I ended up casting a 2-drop, and he played 3 spell snares.
Okay.
So to get them out of his hand.
Yeah.
And I kind of applauded the move.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
it's turning
spell snare, hold priority, spell snare targeting the same spell,
Yeah.
hold priority, spell snare targeting the same thing.
Yeah.
Just to discard.
Yeah, so that then you can draw new cards
that are relevant.
Yeah, with the Riddler, because you're sitting there, they've clearly been rotting in your hand, and you're like, all right. Let's see. Let's start with a Mishra's Bauble trigger. 2 triggers here, technically. Browse trigger and a Monk trigger. So this is now a 3/3.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, Thought Scour targeting myself. Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, triggers. So let's see. So this is a 4. That's a 2. I'm gonna bauble check myself. Pass.
Okay, so I don't think that Alan has Bolt in hand. So he's got 2 in the yard that I can see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you have a third one here.
Yeah, so there's only
he had a 4/4 that he could have attacked in, lost the token, had plenty of backup, and bolted to finish this off. So I don't think he has 4th Bolt in hand.
Yeah, so this is very clearly sending a signal saying I'm trying to set up for another turn where I go off stupidly with prowess stuff.
Okay, so I will trigger.
Yep.
I'm considering that.
No, you're surveilling. Consider is surveil one the draw.
I am thinking about whether or not to leave the card I've surveilled on top.
You could say you're thinking twice about it.
Okay, I'm thinking twice about it.
Branding.
Cool. I will keep it there.
Okay.
Move to combat.
Its draw trigger is just an enters, not an enters or attacks.
It's whenever I would draw a card.
No, so
its
trigger is an
draws a
ETB.
card.
It's not like some that they've been templating enters or attacks.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So based upon the contents of my hand, I believe the only way that I can win is if I take an aggressive approach.
Okay.
So I will fly for 4.
I have no flyers. I have to take 4.
Pass.
Faithlessly.
Trigger on the stack.
Yep. Trigger.
I will flash in Solitude.
Okay.
Trigger. I'll target Monastery Mentor.
Okay.
Also, something you can do that's like super cool and like more people should do it is tap your lands, actually tap them 90 degrees, and then organize them so that your opponent can see that how many you have and what their orientation is. Because this shit is worthless.
Yeah. I gain 2.
Okay.
Then I get a monk token and prowess triggers resolve.
Yep.
Resolve faithless.
Yep. what I like about this game is that you have killed 2 Guide of Souls and an Ocelot Pride.
Yeah.
And I'm not dead.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, right? So the deck has multiple ways to play.
Okay. I will discard a frog, and I'm going to discard the other land, because if you have a fetch land and a shock land, and you're just going to fetch a
plus,
shock.
if I go Esper, I could go frog.
Yeah. So now I'll shock.
Okay.
I have to make sure I tap this all correctly. So now I'm going to cast Snapcaster Mage. This is my second spell. Triggers the Quarry Steelcutter.
Yeah.
Snapcaster Mage is going to target Unearth.
Okay.
Unearth, Prowess triggers, target Snapcaster Mage.
Okay.
Snapcaster Mage resolves, target Lightning Bolt.
Sure.
Lightning Bolt, target your Solitude.
Yeah.
Also Prowess triggers. And so this is 1-2. This has seen Unearth and Bolt. So 3, 4, 5, 6. These have seen Faithless Looting.
This has seen 2 spells. Right?
Yeah, so it's bases 1, 2,
4.
3, 4. So then these have seen Bolt, Unearth, and Faithless Looting. So these are all 4s.
So 12,
16,
18. And I have a blocker.
You have a blocker.
So
you can take
if
off
I block
4.
a 4, that means I'm taking 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. That was a hell of a sequence, dude.
That's the thing that makes me like.
See, if I
these 2 cards that create prowess monks is you can do turns like that.
Yeah.
So last turn I could have attacked in for 2 if I attacked with a snap and the 4/4 token. Put you at 9 but lost a token, but I think the token represented more this turn.
Sure.
Because it's a one whole body, which is why I was fine with you solituding the mentor, because the new bodies didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a 1-for-1 trade, and it was just like, oh, can I just kill you with the other 4 things I have? And like this kind of play that you can do with Unearth and Snapcaster Mage is really fun, because I spent you're like, okay, the Unearth represents a whole nother Snapcaster Mage, the rest represents another spell,
right.
and so I can just double up.
Yeah.
And just get to cast more.
When everything costs 1, right?
Yeah, right? And so I was like, oh, everything's just super cheap. But it's just a lot of like, okay, if I do that and do this, I need this much black mana, I need this much this mana. All right, here we go. So I like lots of the decisions. I think this is the kind of deck.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You reanimated Monastery Mentor, right?
Initially, yep.
It was in exile.
No, you put it in exile with the Solitude.
Yeah.
This turn. It was Unearthed before that. I unearthed Snapcaster Mage this turn.
Okay.
Snapcaster Mage target Unearth target Snapcaster Mage.
I got the
Snapcaster Mage
sequencing
target
right.
Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why you're good at board games.
Yep.
So like my plan, not that it matters, but my plan was get rid of that. Hopefully he stalls out for a turn, one where I don't die. And then I play Mockingbird, copying Solitude.
Get rid of another
thing. Now I have lifelink blockers, and then I go this into that, and I get Guide, Ocelot Pride, and then try and reestablish my lifelink
try to
plan.
climb up from there, yeah.
Certainly a plan that requires the long term.
Yeah.
But you kind of got to play to what you have.
I don't think that this kind of deck that I've put together here today has I think it is extremely high ceiling, extremely low floor, because it needs so many things to go right for it to work out. And like in our first few games, we saw that some games were just like you're just playing a Quarry Steelcutter deck, and then you can build a better Quarry Steelcutter deck.
Yeah.
Because Mentor, while fun,
right,
requires you to jump through quite a lot of hoops in order to enable it well.
Resolve this 3-cost creature that dies to a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, to everything.
And then enable it probably next turn, or now that Bauble's in a bunch of decks.
Yeah, but as I figured out, so when Quarry Steelcutter came out, I was like, it spits out tokens just like Mentor.
Yeah.
So these might be a good
Monastery
pair.
Mentor that doesn't get died a lightning bolt.
Yeah, right. But then I think you have to run the Snapcaster Mage to double your Unearth count, and that's totally fine because Snapcaster Mage needs 2 spells for a
Snapcaster Mage is great.
But like then as you start putting in, well, now I have to have 4 of each of those. You got to run that. Thought Scour is another way to put cards in the yard if you don't draw the Faithless Looting, because we know of rule of 8, so you need this, so I've got 12 ways to put cards in the yard. You've got triggers.
I mean, you played a frog once.
Yeah, right? And so, like, I think there's a lot of cool stuff you can do, but you put so much into making this work that then the only interaction I can play is 4 Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
And so it's like I have no counter spells in the main deck. I have no hand disruption in the main deck. I only have 4 kill spells. So you're kind of on just like, well, I just have to go off huge. And we saw that the game where you were able to go bigger than my deck was, because I never got a turn where I was doing both of these things.
Right.
But then the games where I just drew bolts and snaps, I won. Because I was able just to interact, which then is like, oh, well, you just want more interaction. Well, then you have to cut something.
You know what I think's better than playing a deck with 4 bolts in it?
8 bolts.
8 bolts.
Yeah. So what I really think is that, like, oh, I think there's maybe a, like, Grixis Unearth-based deck that doesn't run these two things, doesn't run Mentor and Quarry Steelcutter. You cut Thought Scour, and then you just have, like, other things that are value good to unearth, like, oh, I'm just going to run 4 Graveyard Trespasser. And now I can unearth Snapcaster Mage, Graveyard Trespasser, Psychic Frog, maybe if you want a 1-drop. And now it's like, I'm fine casting all of those on their front side, or unearthing them, rather being locked into, I have to unearth it. The idea I brought up earlier of Jolted Awake is just interesting because now both of these cards are good discards off of Faithless Looting because you can get them back for 1. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's better. I still don't know if it's good, but that was it. That was just a thought pattern that went through my head, but it's a rather pricey thought pattern because I don't own Jeskai lands, so, or Jolted Awakes. That's not the pricey part.
I'm gonna have to take a look at Jolted Awake.
That's not the pricey part. Jolted Awake is like 20 cents. So.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like a common.
Oh, nice.
So
sometimes they just make mistakes, you know?
Yeah. But so, like, interesting card, but as I said when we started, I think this is probably the card that I've wanted to be good the most.
Yeah. It just costs one too much.
Has never been good enough to get there.
Let me ask you this. If they printed that card and it was 1 and a white, we have Thalia, we have Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah.
If this was 1 and a white if this was a grizzly bear that did its thing, is it too good? Because I'm gonna say no.
I think it's very good. I think to make it a 2-mana creature, you have to probably make it a 1/1 and it loses prowess itself.
I mean, it does have a lot of text on it.
So if it's 1 and a white, I think if you made it a 1/1 and it just said whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a prowess monk, and it doesn't have prowess itself, then maybe you can do it.
All right.
Of course, or in the way some cards designs say, just like, yeah, we're just going to print Monastery Mentorier, and we're just going to print the exact card just at 1 and a white instead of 2 and a white, and they'll be like, yeah, it's good, right?
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So, but fun card.
Yeah.
I like breaking it out like twice a year and
Yeah.
just being like, see what it does. But right now, this is like the best version of this that I can, that with my, brewing ability can come up with. And like, I think pairing it with Quarry Steelcutter just makes a lot of sense because it creates the tokens that are still on game plan, so you're still incentivized to cast all the spells like you were doing, but now there's 2 different ways to make them. So, yep.
I will say I do feel better, or that quote unquote deck brewing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's changed or if it's just easier under the way that they want to design cards for this format now.
Yeah.
But now that so many cards are body plus this, or effect plus, I mean, like, it's either decent body, good effect, like draw a card.
Yeah.
Or it's like unbelievable effect, 2/2.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And like, there's so many ways now that everything, it's not about figuring out like what 60 cards do I put in my deck. Now it feels like, what packages do I want to play? Yeah. And it's almost like Call of Duty or whatever, where it's like, this is my loadout for this.
Yeah, right.
This deck or what have you. Let's try this loadout.
So one thing I do, and this is developed over years now, where I play a deck, and for people that don't know me, I play a different deck almost every single time I play at this point in my career. I used to be
because
the
he played
literal
Titan
one deck,
and he figured out he couldn't lose while playing the deck, and now he has to rotate.
I had to go 3-1, and I couldn't keep on going 4-0. I just didn't fit the pattern,
play
right? So I just play a different deck almost every single time I play these days. So what I do is I'll play a deck, and it's like, okay, we'll go to. So usually if it's a week that involves F&M, I'll sleeve up a deck for this.
Yeah.
And then I usually play the same deck at that F&M the next day. And then I come home, usually Friday night, sometimes it's Saturday morning, and I unsleeve the deck.
Yeah.
And I put it back in my binder. My binder is organized by, starts with 0 mana, and they're in alphabetical order. Then it goes to 1.
All right.
And also...
Oh, Deathrite Shamans are so good!
Yeah. So, also, there's a thing. I do this with every collection I have, is I have something that limits how much of it I can have. Because I'm too much of a collector, and I just have everything. So I have this binder that holds 360, I believe, Magic cards.
Sure.
This is my collection. This is what I allow myself. It is now exactly full once the newest order from Card Kingdom comes in.
You have 360 cards.
360 cards. Technically I own others because it's like, well, these are cards that I would get rid of, but I just can't right now. So it's like, well, I've got stuff from prize packs or old cards, but if somebody just walked in and said, hey, here's all that crap, I'll give you $20 for it or whatever, I'd be like, sweet, thanks. They're off my hands. So I have some excess stuff, but it's not really like actively cards I'm trying to hold on to.
360 playables.
Yeah. So this is my modern collection, and I'm now at the point where it is full.
Yeah.
So now it is, when I want new cards, cards have to come out.
Okay.
So it makes me constantly have to evaluate what am I willing to keep and do I find worth keeping right now.
You know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
When we first started playing, and we hit our first set rotation, and you said something like, I need a 1 and a green creature.
Yeah.
That's a 2/3, so I can keep playing my deck.
Yeah.
Because that was your experience. Like,
Yeah.
your experience playing Magic was, you were a kid.
Yeah.
And
Essentially.
you're not a kid anymore, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, you were like, I had enough money to buy deck X,
Yeah.
Abzan something or other. And then we were playing standard, so we had rotation, and so something rotated out. So then you had a gap, and then you had to identify what of the new cards in the card pool fits that gap, doing what I want to do. And now you have a binder based off that premise.
It's just like, hey, but like, so what I find myself doing then is I'm constantly rebuilding my deck, so I don't just have a stock list and it's just this is the list all the time.
Yeah.
Every time I play a deck, it's slightly different. So like every time I play Yawgmoth, I've probably changed a card or two because now I'm just like, oh, I'm thinking about this. Okay, maybe that, and that sort of thing. And so what I find myself doing when I build the deck is I think what is the core package. So like, what do I have to have? And so like, okay, this deck is, well, if it's built around Monastery Mentor, I have to have the way to discard Monastery Mentor and the way to bring Monastery Mentor back. So it's those 12 cards have to be in the deck. Because otherwise, the idea doesn't work without these 12 cards.
Mardu Reanimator, I got you.
Yeah, and so then it goes, okay, now what else fits in a package with these two, for instance, or these two, or whatever, and then you start building up to that, and eventually get to a point you're like, okay, I know what the core of a deck is. I have a Yawgmoth core that I start with every time. It's like, okay, here's your 4 Yawgmoths, here's your this and that and this, and it's like, all right, here's these 20 cards or whatever. These are the start of the build every single time. Everything else around it, you probably have any idea what you're playing, but it might be, oh, all of these cards I could switch up the numbers and still make the deck work. But I'm always having the first card I pull out is 4 Yawgmoth. Because, well, that has to happen.
Right.
And then so you figure out what your core is. And so I think, like you mentioned, the package thing, I think it's kind of the same way that I've been thinking about it, is like, okay, there's a central package of strong stuff that you do, and you can often change what you put around it. I guess this also works into the idea you mentioned, like, way at the beginning, where you're like, I'm going to try different colors with ideas. It's the same thing. You can still do this, and these things on the outside, on the perimeter, look different, but the deck's still doing the same thing.
Exactly.
And so
do you mind if I throw an example?
Yeah.
So, like, currently, I'll go back to the mill example. Currently, blue-black mill plays Fatal Push as a 4 of, or most people do at least.
Yeah.
okay, so you want a kill spell. You can enable revolt, or whatever, and that's good, But like, are we doing that, or are we playing Fatal Push for Ragavan and Tameo and the one the 1 mana 1/2s, right?
Yeah,
like the Guide of Souls, that kind of stuff. So like if I'm going to try red as opposed to black,
you have access
I just
to
put Lightning Bolt in it.
Bolt, Heat, Discharge.
And so you lose a little bit because now I can't revolt, kill a 4-drop, but like I think that you're being able to do the majority of. I'm still able to kill the creatures I need to kill, so I can get to the mid or late game.
I wonder if there's anything else that uses energy that then would be good in mill. I don't know if there's an energy mill card or something.
Is.
Because you can run Galvanic Discharge.
Yeah.
Say you're killing that Ragavan. And you're like, well, I've just banked 2 energy. Well, maybe now I can just power up that energy mill card I'm going to draw. And now it does 4 instead of 2 or something. And because, like, you don't care about the idea of Bolt being able to target the player if you're running mill because you're never targeting their life total. Unless you're just catching them in the trap of they're used to just being able just to nuke their own life total.
So I'm fetch shock, fetch this.
Yeah, like I don't care. I'm just doesn't matter. My life total is my deck, not my number. And you're like, oh, you're at 6, bolt.
Yep.
And like, sure, that's a rare case. But yeah, like you can start to think, okay, there are things that are similar to each other, and you can just go to that. I mean, then okay, what if you run blue-white? Oh, I'll just run Prismatic Ending.
Right.
Mill operates mostly at sorcery speed anyway.
Right.
So you're just like, all right, fine, I'll do it on my turn.
Right.
I got rid of your creature. Yay.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And so like I feel like, just for the sake of the discussion, and then I'll stop talking about it. Like I feel like the core of like mill, if you look at the stock lists, are
8 crabs,
Tashas, 4 fractured continuity,
sanity, fractured sanity, archive trap,
and archive trap.
Yeah. And then everything else is...
Those are the cards that they're milling people out with.
Yeah.
So...
Everything else is just help or support in other ways.
Right. So they currently run something like 22 lands plus MFDCs.
Yep.
And so you're 22, 23. I think that you could shave. I think that some of their lands are a little bit too cute. Yeah. I can't tell you the number.
Land.
The Shelldock Isle is too cute. Like they want to play for Field of Ruin. And there's too many times where I have seen a player lead on Field of Ruin, and I'm like, oh, I win.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to cast...
You kept a hand that does not function.
You can't cast Fractured Sanity. You
can cast nothing.
You can't cast a crab off of it. Like, you might be able to cast something with a second land, but it's not any of your main spells.
Right.
So, yep. Now you know that you're not going to get turn 2'd crab into land.
Right.
So, because sometimes people will hold back the crab until turn 2... so that they can still get... They know they get at least one trigger out of it, so you don't go crab on turn 1 and then gets killed and you go back to your turn, now you don't have your crab. But, yeah, like, you're like, well, that's not the thing, unless you're just not going to get a trigger out of it on turn 2. And then now you're not beginning to mill me until turn 3. All right, I'm fine if my opponent doesn't start their strategy until turn 3. That feels pretty good.
So I was playing this guy at our last F&M. He was a first-time mill player. And so I was like, we got to set some rules here, because like the 2 hands that you kept were non-functional, non-game hands.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you are not allowed to keep less than 2 lands or more than 5 lands.
Yeah.
And then you have to try and go crab into 2-drop into 3-drop. And if you can't do that, you probably should ship the hand back.
Yeah.
Or something close to it.
At least if you're at 7.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, Mulligan isn't something we've done like an actual podcast episode on yet.
Let's probably do it.
Yeah, probably at some point. But so preview of when that ever happens. I think people need to have a lot higher bar for what is a keep on 7.
I ask myself now, like when I assess my opening hand, I'm like, does this win me the game? And then I'm like, how good of a 6? Is this a good 6-card hand with a terrible card in it?
Yeah. And then do I just get a terrible card for free? And how terrible is it? Because you put it in your deck. If it's that terrible, it's on you.
You shouldn't be on it.
Yeah. Like, you did that to yourself. So, yep. And sometimes you just have to keep a really risky one. And then you get there, you Baumeister your way out of it, like when you keep...
Like, so you did, buddy.
Yeah, you keep your Sacred Foundry...
I've never done it once,
in your Grixis deck, and you have a Faithless Looting, and you just drew the fetch land, and it was off to the races. That one was even better because I drew fetch land Bauble.
Yeah, oh, God.
And I had the Core Steelcutter in hand, so I was like, oh, I even enabled it! Nice! And with that...
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it.